Cesar Chavez is being celebrated across the country today, but locals in San Luis say celebrating his legacy in Yuma County just means a little bit more. In San Luis, locals played music, danced, and honored Cesar Chavez. The celebrations taking place just down the street from the house Chavez died in, as the labor rights leader spent much of his life in Yuma County.
Take a moment out of your day and think about the impact and the difference that Cesar Chavez made, but also that of farm workers. His legacy is the farm workers.
Maria Robles with the Cesar Chavez Coalition put together the day's events, saying Chavez taught farm laborers how to work together.
Cesar Chavez significa...
He is significant in San Luis, but he led the world to empowerment.
Through nonviolent action, Chavez led the movement to make employers pay fair wages and provide benefits to farm workers. But Jose Flores says there's still work to be done, as a recent bill introduced in D.C. looks to cap wages amid rising food costs in the U.S.
This is just one of the latest attacks on farm workers, another barrier, another obstacle to overcome.
Flores says they continue to work with farm workers today to ensure they know their rights and fight for fair pay and treatment as they provide the nation's produce year-round.